dad told me there's a McDonald's in that huge train station, right? So I had to learn just a little bit of Japanese. I would walk up to someone, sumimasen, McDonald's, doka desu ka? Right? Where is McDonald's? And they look at me and walk away. About 10 people, sumimasen, McDonald's, so doka desu ka? And this dude from Japan, from there, he calls me over. He goes, "What are you looking for?" I said, "I'm looking for McDonald's." He says, "Dude, you're doing it wrong." I was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "That my Japanese is pretty good." "Oh yeah, you got that. Except we don't call it McDonald's here." "What? What do you call it?" He says, "We call it Makadana Rudu." Okay, watch, go try it. So next person comes out, "Sumimasen, Makadana Rudu doka desu ka?" "Ah, Mikigawa, that's just around the corner to the left." I was like, "Oh, okay." So anyway, that's another thing I just threw in. So Veterans Memorial Day, I was going to Cowgirl here, and this girl was walking out, and she was wearing this Old Navy shirt. This little teenager was wearing that Old Navy t-shirt. So I'm walking in, I go, "Hey, thank you for your service." And she just kind of looks at me blankly. So, "Thank you, Isabel, you get it." Okay. This is just an observance. How do you make white people run?
Actually, charging money.
You hold the door open for them. No, because if you do, they go, "Oh, thank you, thank you." They run up, do their little run. But if you do that to a native person, they don't run. It's like we slow down a little bit, I don't know. It's just an observance. Santa Fe Downs is no longer operational, but they're building a racetrack in Lamy. Did you know that? They're going to call it Lamy Downs. So the other night I had a dream about Bruce Jenner, right? Except she's Caitlyn Jenner. So I walk up to her and ask her for the autograph, and I get it back, and cool, and she signs it Caitlyn Jenner. I'm like, excuse me, can you sign it Bruce Jenner? And she's like, "Why?" I said, "Well, it was Bruce that, did the decathlon and stuff. Caitlyn didn't do anything." So I'm like, anyway. Okay. I was just watching Sesame Street the other day, and I found out from my kids. I have 3 kids, by the way. Thank you for the applause. Yeah, they're nothing special anyway. In fact, I tell people I have 2 wonderful kids. Actually, I have 3, but only 2 of them are wonderful. And, so they were telling me that Ernie and Bert are gay, right? And so I was like thinking, growing up, watching Sesame Street, and it was no surprise to me because if they were gay, because Cookie Monster had an eating disorder, Oscar the Grouch had anger issues, Snuffleupagus, did that. But the coolest one was the Count. Remember the Count?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love the Count because he was like the coolest he had. He even had his own theme, right? And he always lived. His hair was slicked back and his eyes were half closed because he was stoned, right? He would come in, and, he had his own music. He'd come in, do the count, he'll go, one toke, right? Two tokes, three wonderful tokes, right? I love that. And so I was telling them about Saturday morning cartoons. And we would wake up at 6 a.m. to watch Bugs Bunny, and oh man, I love that. Foghorn Leghorn, Bugs Bunny, Yosemite Sam, and all that. And my favorite one was Marvin the Martian. Remember him? And I was like, I love Marvin the Martian, but to me, he reminded me of a terrorist because, you couldn't see his face. First of all, you just saw the eyes. He was a foreigner, and he always wanted to blow shit up, right? And so he would be like over there, you know, with a laser pointed to the earth so he could blow it up. And then he would cover his ears because he'd light up the detonator. He would cover his ears. And then Bugs Bunny would come out of the hole, unscrew the detonator, and take it away. And Marvin would be like, "Where's my kaboom? Where's my earth-shattering kaboom? Who stole my Q-36 Bugs modulator?" Right? And I love that. I learned that voice like when I was 10 and growing up, watching all these movies. I started doing like famous lines from movies, like, you know, "We're gonna need a bigger boat," right? Or, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn." "I'll make him an offer he can't refuse," right? I just love doing that. So I am going to leave you with the story. I always like telling stories, so this is a short story about my grandma, and a true story. And I'm from a reservation about 30 miles from here, San Domingo. We all live in adobe huts, except especially the older people in the village. And I live on the outskirts. I live in a mobile home, but this was back when my grandma was alive, and she had her adobe house on the inside. The wall had cracked, and so she had this little mound of dirt, and she added some water, put it back into the paste, and replastered it with the same stuff, right? But she wanted, instead of hanging a Navajo rug on there, which was there in the first place, which made the crack and all that, she wanted to hang picture frames. So I was 19 at the time, and my mom asked me to take my grandma to go to Walmart, right? That's how she called it, Walmart. And so I took her to Walmart and followed her around. She bought 30 picture frames. Long story short, I dropped her off at her house in the village, took my mom's car back, and then she says, "There's some wood outside I need you to chop, but after you're done, go check on your grandma because she might need help. She's by herself." So I chopped the wood. An hour later, I arrived at my grandma's house. And I came in, and Grandma's sweeping, and I go, "Grandma, I'm here to help you to hang your picture frames that you bought from Walmart." And she goes, "Oh, as you can see, I've already hung the picture frames there. Come have something to eat. Sit down." And so I sat down and ate. And she gives me this bowl of meat, and I'm eating it. And later on, it turns out I was eating skunk. But that's another story. So I'm sitting there, I'm looking at the wall, and she goes back to sleeping. And I go, "Grandma, the wall looks very nice." And she straightens up and looks, "Thank you." And I go, "But who are all those white people?" And she looks, "I don't know." And I told her, "Grandma, when you buy the picture frames, you take out the displays and you put your own pictures in there." Anyway,